Welcome back to my channel, Taurus, and today we'll be diving into the month of November 2021. This is for anyone with a sun, moon, or rising sign in the sign of Taurus. This reading is for you. So without further ado, let's tune into tarot for the month ahead. So this first card we'll discuss will have to do with the energy of our recent past, and that is the Tower reversed. So this is a near miss. This is dodging a bullet. There may have been a situation from last month that we almost discovered a crumbling of our world, or we may have almost set our house on fire, or almost gotten in a car accident, or placed ourselves in a sort of precarious situation by mistake. Or perhaps we received a bill from maybe a health insurance claim, and we were being asked to pay an exorbitant amount of money that we thought the insurance was going to cover, but then it ended up not covering it. So then we were having to pay this bill, this outrageous bill. But then in this first week of November, we seem to have gained some clarity on that situation with the Seven of Cups reversed. And so perhaps we called the insurance company and set things straight, and there was some kind of miscommunication with the insurance claim, and so we actually don't have to pay that after all. Something like that has it looks to have come up. Or if it's not insurance, maybe we were in the process of buying or researching the purchase of a vehicle, and we're doing a lot of research and looking at the different options and different vehicles we want to purchase, and then we almost purchased the wrong vehicle that maybe would have had a recall of some kind. But by the grace of God, we were given some insight or information that allowed us to make a more appropriate choice with the Seven of Cups reversed. So this is, again, kind of narrowing our options down. It's bringing some clarity to a formerly kind of confusing or overwhelmingly, we had an overwhelming amount of options or choices. And in this first month of November, it's sort of narrowing things down. But I do see that it may have something to do with this potential calamity that we almost encountered previously, but somehow dodged a bullet. Now, I'm also seeing this in the realm of dating or romantic situations where we may have almost gone on a date with someone that perhaps was connected somehow to one of our friends' circles, but we didn't know it. And so it just would have created a lot of drama potentially, but somehow the information came out before you actually went on a date with that person. So you can kind of nix that person off from your dating list, and that narrows things down for someone you can go out with that's maybe, again, more appropriate for you, and you can omit or escape the potential drama that would have ensued with that encounter. So some kind of situation like that, something you dodged a bullet last month, and there's some clarity that's coming to light in this first week of November, helping you to narrow your options down and just, again, bringing some clarity to a previously kind of confusing or foggy situation. It's like you're finally reading the fine print and getting things clarified. Now, in this second week of November, we do have the Ace of Swords reversed, which is indicating both that this is a bad time to start something new, but it's also saying that perhaps our mind might be a little blocked or cloudy or foggy. Our mental process might be a little slow. It might be insinuating that there are some breakdowns in communication, because the swords have to do with mental process and communication, and it's an air sign or air symbol. So the way we communicate might be challenged in this week, and it's not a good time to start something new. So if you have the option to postpone, especially if it has to do with learning something new or a new job or a new educational program of some kind, if you can postpone it until the next week or next couple weeks, I think that looks to be much more appropriate energetically, because we also are moving into eclipse time, where there's going to be an eclipse, a lunar eclipse in Taurus on the 19th, I believe, of November. So going into the third week of November, which is when the eclipse, I think, will be hitting, we do encounter the Emperor, the energy of the Emperor. So this can either be kind of a bossing up energy for you. It's actually making you feel very empowered and confident and in control. It could be creating more structure in your life in some way, or it could be introducing a male figure or a fatherly figure into your life, or you may be interacting with your father quite a bit this week. And this is kind of a Thanksgiving time, although Thanksgiving I think lands in the next week, but you may be spending time with your father in this third week of November, or interacting or communicating with him in some way, or with your boss too, might be a prominent figure in this third week. And then in the fourth week of November, we have the Ace of Pentacles. And this is a much more appropriate time to start something new. You get a thumbs up from the universe. You actually get a gift from the universe. It's kind of handing you a pentacle. So this can either be a new start, it can be a new seed that you're planting, a new business that you're launching. It can be a good time to start to launch your website, or start a side hustle, or just a good time to accept an offer from the universe in the way of a new job, or a new financial investment, or a new opportunity of some kind. This is presenting fertile soil for you to plant these seeds or plant these new starts and new beginnings, especially as the lunar eclipse hits. The lunar eclipses tend to bring things to a close, and anytime you bring something to a close or have an ending, usually there's a new beginning. So this is creating also from that closing of a cycle, it's creating this new cycle, this new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. So you have this new fertile beginning. Maybe the Emperor is creating some kind of structure in your life. Maybe you start some kind of new routine or health routine, or you start working out more, or you have a new diet plan, or after Thanksgiving, of course, or you decide to stop drinking as much, or you have some kind of new start in your routine or in your daily routine that feels much more structured in some way. And then the final word of wisdom from Oracle, we've got Spirit of the River, which says movement toward adventure. And this is a card that has come up many times in the readings over the recent past, over the last 6 months. So it's number 50. Let's see what it says in the Shaman's Dream Oracle for our final words of wisdom to help navigate our month. This has to do with movement toward adventure, addiction to problems, allowing and trusting the current. The Spirit of the River invites you to step into the flow, to stop swimming against or avoiding the current. Allow the waters to carry you downstream, away from the eddies and whirlpools. It's time to heed the call of a new adventure waiting for you. Stop working on the problem for a while. The issue is not what it seems. It is your addiction to fixing what has gone bad that is consuming so much of your time. Work to create a greater good, and the bad will resolve itself on its own. There is nothing that you can accomplish with more efforting, as the situations in your life right now are subject to forces beyond your control. Recognize this, step back, and trust the flow. There is no loss of face or lack of honor or integrity. It is simply the way things are at this moment. When this card appears, it is time to say yes to the next leg of your journey. Your life is like a river, inevitably and inexorably flowing to the sea, which is your divine destination. Be fearless and release yourself to the rushing water in the middle of the stream. Whatever it is you are holding on to, the feelings, the thoughts, the beliefs about how things are or how they should or could be, can be fixed easily with the power of the Spirit of the River. Simply let go and enjoy the thrill of the ride. All will be well. So I think this is suggesting that if the timing does not feel right with this Ace of Swords reversed, or you're just feeling resistance from the universe, or there's some kind of pressure, outside pressure that's creating some sense of resistance or delay or a slowdown or a miscommunication, trust that and see it as a way or as a sign to look more closely at something before you start or before you begin. because it looks like towards the end of the month is a much more appropriate time to actually start something new. So don't force anything. Just kind of let the universe allow you to flow through things without efforting too much. And I think that's one of the messages coming through from the Oracle this month. Now, Taurus, if you felt like that was an accurate assessment of your month ahead, do give this video a thumbs up. Comment below, let me know how your month unfolds. Subscribe to my channel, and thank you for being here. I will check in with you guys next month. Take care.